Lori Robinson. I live in Detroit. I'm the editor of B.L.A.C Magazine, and I've been married for 12 years. I would like to start with asking anyone to chime in with, what do you think is the state of Black relationships in Detroit today?
My name is Ebony Rutherford. I live in Southfield, Michigan. My current status is single, and I am a small business owner of t-shirts. Who do you call? Who do you pick up the phone to? And when everything gets the worst, who do you rely on? Who can you say, no matter what, with everything down to the bone, who can you call and say that you know in your soul has your back? And that was his wife. And I was just like, and then I'm like, then I get a sense of jealousy, like, dang. Well, then it's like, then I go back to trying to check myself. Because I'm like, okay, well, let me work on me. Let me really exude that to somebody so that they'll know, like, baby, no matter what goes on, that you can pick up the phone and call me for anything. And that's where my brain has changed.
Hi, my name is Shari Saunders, and I live in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I'm a clinical associate professor at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, and I am coupled. Well, if one of us doesn't have a lot of resources, the government will cover that, and then the other person can have resources available if they need it, if you don't have a contract.
So that was the reason that you've made the decision to be in a long-term relationship without marriage, or are there other primary factors?
That's one thing I think about.
What are
and
the
then the other one is like, because I don't want to have children, and he already has children. I was like, I don't see why one has to do that. And we live in different places, and I'm not sure when we'd actually get to the same place. So there's nothing that sort of moves us along. And we said, well, maybe we'll do a commitment ceremony in 2012. And then one of my nieces decided she wanted to get married in 2012. And I said, we can't have the summer because we're going to have a ceremony. So she's like, okay, I'll do winter. And then I was like, this doesn't make any sense because it's going to cost a fortune for her to do it. I said, we'll give up our date. You can take it. We've got time. We're not pressed. We're not really trying to get married or whatever. But it's like, we're committed to each other. So it's not like we're trying to be with other people or have any other kind of relationship. It's like, but why?
So that
have
works
to have
for
a piece
you.
of paper.
That works for you?
Yeah, it works great.
Hi, I'm Jay Simpson. I live in Royal Oak. I'm a real estate broker owner, and I'm happily divorced.
Why do I have to have a signed contract to say that?
I think you're reducing marriage to a contract, and I guess if that's an individual decision, then that's fine. But to me, I look at marriage as more of a covenant with God.
I mean, but if we share the same views with God, that we both have a relationship with God, and we both say that we are going to be committed to each other, and we're going to go to church, and we're going to abide by all the rules that God has put forth, why do we have to sign a contract?
See, and I think that, because when you say a covenant, couldn't you have a covenant without having a legal document for the state?
I think it's individual. For me, no. For you, maybe. For you, possibly. Right. But for me, marriage is a covenant. It's a three-string cord. That person, myself, and God. And so, in order to have that marriage isn't a contract to me. It is a commitment to God, which is different than words on it. I deal with contracts every day. So contracts are just words on paper. Right. Marriage to me is so much greater than that. Mm-hmm. And so I think it depends on how you look at marriage.
Hello, I am Erica Murray. I live in Detroit, Michigan. I am a life coach, writer, and speaker, and I am married. Me too. It goes off what you were saying too, what you got from her story, that to be able to experience love in a place where you're in a relationship, yet you're more free than you've ever. I mean, it sounds crazy,
No, it doesn't
And
sound
it,
crazy.
for me, and in my past, at one point it sounded crazy. However, now to live it, and be able to embrace who I am, and not feel restricted, not feel confined to try to meet an expectation or a standard. The only expectation is simply be who you are. There's freedom in that. There's freedom in being able to travel and do whatever you want. And there's freedom in allowing, or not allowing, but encouraging the other person to do the same, to be free in who they are. You know, and that's what friends do, right?
And I think that's where longevity comes in too, because if you're like that, there's no, oh, this person changed. It's like there's always room for you to be changing and growing all along, and so it's not something that you're now walking, oh, this is a different person than who I married. It's like you're who you are at whatever that moment is.
Hey, my name is Candace Fortman. I live in Detroit. I am a promotions manager, and I am single, never married.
They never argued or anything like that. It's just that they just weren't very cuddly, I guess. And I thought marriage should be different than that. And they've been married 57 years now. And she got really, really sick about a year and a half ago, and is now in a place where he has to take care of her. And I mean, from getting her up, bathing her, feeding her, everything. And I see now in them that love. Like, you know, to walk in the house and he's holding her hand, and like the way she looks at him and the way he looks at her, for me, that's romantic love. That's the moment.
So romantic.
They're living that now. And so all the years when they were raising kids and tired and working and weren't showing that love, it was always there. It just wasn't for us to see. But now I see it every day. And it's the most encouraging thing I've ever seen. And it's completely changed what I think love is and what I think marriage is, and how I feel that you should go about finding a spouse.
I'm Gail Perry Mason. I was born and raised in Detroit. I live in Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. My job title, I work for Oppenheimer. I'm Senior Director of Investments there. I'm also a financial coach. I'm an author. And on my relationship status, married for now 20 years. I have so many single friends that are happy, and male and female. And I have so many married friends that are happy and unhappy too. So I mean, it goes the same way. I don't really think, and sometimes I look at it like, wow. When I look at single women, I'm like, wow, they can do so much more than I can do. You know, because I look at it and I'm like, they're so happy. They don't have to they're not tied to, I gotta run home. You know, I can do. They don't have to. I mean, I'm on a time limit. Remember, I called you. How long is this gonna take? I called you. Like, how long is it gonna take? Okay, well, I gotta make sure I cook dinner. I do this. I gotta get Scott home from this, early, and do this. My whole day is scheduled around, my whole family. And then even though I have client appointments, I'll start early, but my start at 8:30. I end it, really late. So, but I look at other people like, wow, women could go and buy shoes. Women could go and buy. Really. Yeah. I mean, women can go and, get their nails done. I mean, I have like a once-a-year appointment to get my nails done, really. So I get my nails done that's why I have a Band-Aid on now, because my nails broke. Because I never get my nails done.
And I'm going to get one more after this one, too. I want to elevate.
We're like the Housewives of Detroit.